Looks like MAPPA put a lot of detail on Makima and her assets. Yo, what's good, it's your boy Reviews, and heavy spoilers for Chainsaw Man Episode 3, you've been warned. The episode mainly focused on the bonding between Power and Denji. I loved how we got to see a bit more into who Power is as a person, her explaining how her hatred towards humans is more of a demonic instinct. I honestly thought she had some sort of sad backstory where a human did something really cruel to her when she was young and then that sort of spawned her hatred towards them, but no, she just can't really help it. I feel pretty damn conflicted towards Power. On the one hand, I kind of like her because of that really adorable friendship she had with that cat. But on the other hand, she's kind of a jerk to Denji. Denji was talking about this really wholesome moment with him and Pachita, how Pachita is now living inside of him, but she literally kills the entire mood, telling Denji that the whole Pachita thing is complete nonsense. While Power seems to have a dislike towards humans, she has an interesting relationship with Makima. Whenever she's around Makima, she's a lot more timid and shy and really nervous around her. We don't really know too much about Makima, so I'm just wondering, does Power know a little bit more to her that puts her on edge? Anyway, while I do feel a bit conflicted towards Power, I will admit that I did feel bad for her when the Bat Devil, who promised her that he'd give Power her cat back, just gave Power the middle finger and just swallowed it whole. My heart did break for Power then and there. And this is around the time when Denji is starting to realize that he and Power have more in common. They both seem to be two rejected kids rejected by society and somehow found comfort within two animal pets. There were some pretty amazing shots in this fight. It just kept zipping and flying and going around. While that one animation scene of the Bat Devil swallowing Power did look a little bit janky at times, most of the animation and the fights looked bloody brilliant, mate. There was so much blood and gore and it was just going above and beyond the Call of Duty. Some of the shots were from the trailer, but most of the fight was completely new. Honestly, I couldn't even tell the difference between 2D and 3D, and that just goes to show you that MAPPA are truly a masterclass of the art and animation. Speaking about animation, bloody hell, mate, that ending song looked so trippy. It reminded me a little bit of that second Death Note opening. So many creepy shots, so many really colourful, vibrant moments. And as well as all that, earlier on in the episode we did get to see a bit more of Makima and her meeting. In episode 2, when Makima referred to Denji as a dog, I thought it was a Makima thing, but it turns out that this whole organization that she's a part of, even the board members refer to their workers as dogs. Now, are they referring to the fiends like Power and Denji, or just everyone who works for the Devil Hunters organization? But one of the board members warns Makima not to grow attached to any of her new pups, so I'm just wondering, is this a foreshadowing to a future bonding moment with Denji and Makima? Although that wishful thinking is completely crushed in the next scene where Makima reveals that she only was interested in Denji because his ability as a Chainsaw Man is interesting. With that out of the way, let's talk about the bad. Yeah, there was that one janky scene where the Bat Devil swallowed up Power, and I will admit the whole plotline of Power tricking Denji and then Power being tricked by the Bat Devil and her being swallowed up and then Denji going out to rescue her did feel a bit cliche, but it was still a wholesome plotline. And another negative I have with this episode is more or less a nitpick. I did notice some CGI or 2D animation errors when Denji is talking, opening and closing his mouth. You do see his teeth overlapping his jaw, but that'll be sorted out in the Blu-ray. It's not a biggie. Overall, a really decent episode of Chainsaw Man. I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10 and I'm going to give it an A-. What did you think of Chainsaw Man episode 3? Tell me in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe for more anime reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy did review signing out.